I am Gaston, and this is Cooking with Gaston. Wow, I'm very excited because today we make, no, I won't tell you what we make. I will tell you what we have done, and then I will tell you what we are cooking today. So, if you remember, we start with bread. What is bread? Bread is flour and water, and you stick them in the oven. You get bread. And then we take butter and flour and we mix together and stick them in the oven. What do we get? Biscuit. Huh. Well, the next episode was a diversion. And we make things with eggs because it's very important to understand what is egg, what is property of egg. Egg is sticky, it brings everything together, but not only, it makes it rise and gives it structure. Oh, Gaston is getting carried away. But today, we are going to bring everything together and we are going to make cake! Cake! I love cake! Cake is yummy! We are not going to make any kind of fancy cake. We're going to make just ordinary cake. Just ordinary, basic cake. Why? Well, good question. Because you have to understand how does it feel, the cake? Well, with the texture, the consistency. We keep it very simple. And after, well, you can add everything you want. You put chocolate, you can make carrot cake, banana cake, zucchini, anything, everything. But if you understand the basic, then the world is oyster. Let me show you the recipe. Can you see? Cake. Butter, of course. 3/4 cup of sugar. Well, a little more, a little less, depend. 2 eggs, very important. Flour, of course, and 1/2 cup of milk. Very simple. Butter, sugar, eggs, flour, milk. Did I tell you how much French people love to eat butter? Yes, I think I've told you many times. This recipe starts with butter. 125 grams of butter. How much is it? Well, this much. It is about half normal bit of butter, a thing of butter. It's about half of it. And what we are going to do is chop him up because we have to cream the butter with the sugar. So to do that, chop him up some more, chopping and into little cubes and chop some more like this. And then we're going to put him in the pot over here on the stove. Ready? So you better go in here. And now, this. Alright, can you see that Gaston has turned it up a lot? Don't ever do that. Turn it down just a little. Because why? Because butter will burn. You don't want butter to burn. Not very nice. Now, talking of burning, we don't want you to burn down the house. Alright? We don't want you to cut off your hand. We don't want something to explode. So, if your mommy and your daddy is around, your mommy or your daddy or your uncle or your grandpa or anybody, well, that's better. Make sure they're in close vicinity. The next thing is sugar. Another good reason that your mommy should be home, because if we leave the sugar to you, I know what you will do. You will have a whole bag of it yourself. So, this recipe, you want 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Is it important you have exactly 3/4 of a cup? No. You can, if you don't like sugar so much, a little less. If you love sugar, a little more. But it's up to you. So, sugar in the bowl. How is the butter? Let's have a look. Wow, look, it is enough. Now, wait a moment. I have to tell you something. Some people, when they make biscuit, cake, they want to rub in the butter. They get the flour, the butter, and sugar, rub it like this, and they think it's better. Maybe it's a little bit better, but it doesn't. This is easy. It's very easy because this is basic. We are teaching basic. Okay? So, the butter and the sugar. We pour it in. Like this. And some here. And now we cream the butter with the sugar. Keep whipping. Gaston is exhausted. This is where it's perfect. The next thing, the œuf. Remember? Egg. Well, the egg is very important because it keeps everything together. This recipe said 2 eggs. And everyone write to me all the time. They say, Gaston, what if you put 3 eggs in? Well, if you put 3 eggs in, it becomes richer. If you put 5 eggs in, it's very rich. And if you put 6 or 7 eggs, it's very soggy. Oh, not so good. So, but if you put not enough egg in, well, everything will fall apart. The eggs sticking all together and make it rise. So, whip up this egg and half a cup of milk together. Okay, that's it. Mix it up. And now the flour. Do you know what this is? Do you think it's a racket for playing tennis? No. Do you think it's a funny hat? No. Do you think it's for catching butterflies? No. This is a sieve. What is a sieve? Well, when you want to put flour in to a cake mix, you have to have a sieve. Why? Well, you will see. You put the flour in like this, and you shake it up. Shake it up like this, and it makes the flour very light. See, very light and fluffy. So when you make your cake, the cake is light and fluffy. This recipe is 2 cups of flour. Oh, this is all right. This one is all right. That's enough. Now, the mixture is ready, and it's time to put him in the pan and put him in the oven. Oh, I should have told you this before, but you have to turn the oven on and you have to preheat it. So, this one is 180 degrees. You put it onto that. And I should have done it 10 minutes ago, but Gaston forgot. Gaston is very silly sometimes. Alright, now it's time to put the mix into the tin. Here is the tin. This tin is a round tin, but well, it can be any tin. It can be a square tin like this, or you can make little muffins like this as well. It's all the same. Whatever. You choose. Okay. But today, we are going to this nice round one. Now, can you see how shiny it is? It's shiny because there is some oil in it. You can oil it with butter. You can get some butter and squeeze it around. Why? Because you don't want it to stick to the pan. These things are very sticky. And the cake mix also very sticky. So you have to put some oil. Just a little bit like this. A bit more. And with your fingers. Doesn't matter if your fingers are dirty. Why? Because the oven is very hot. It will kill every germ ever. So Gaston is not saying you have to have a dirty hand, but don't worry too much. All right. And then when you have done it, a little bit of flour. It helps. A bit of flour in here like this. And then shake him up. And now we are ready. Yummy. Oh, where was I? Alright, here it is. In the cake tin. Now, we stick him in the oven. Voila. Okay, well, how long? Maybe 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Cake is very temperamental. We will be back soon. Oh, Gaston is getting very excited. I'm so impatient. The timer hasn't gone off yet, but I can't wait. I have to have a look. Wow! It's bigger. Look. Oh, very pretty. There is a way that you can test. You have to be careful, don't burn your fingers, but you, like this, you take a knife first, stick him inside, like this, and if you pull out the knife, wow! You can see it's just a little bit moister. This one is very close. I think it's another minute and it's cooked. Well, this would have to be the best cake Gaston has ever made in his life. Oh, it smells very nice. Now, we have to let it sit here for a moment before we can tip him onto the rack here. I have to tell you something. This cake is basic, because we want to show you the principle of how to bake a cake. You don't have to make one just like this. It would be boring. But you can add chocolate. You want to make a chocolate cake? Well, add chocolate. Maybe you want a banana cake? You can add a banana. Orange, carrot. Yeah. Well, when you know the principle, see, if you put carrot in, for example, carrot is a bit is wet, a little wet, so you put less milk. You put the chocolate, it's dry, you put more milk. If you want sweeter, you put more sugar. If you want to be more rich, you put more butter. If you want it beautiful, you add another egg. It doesn't matter, the same thing will happen. It's up to you. So, you can try it yourself. Every different way you want. You've got the rest of your life to do it. Alright, now, let's see if I can get the cake out. You have to be very careful that it does not stick. This one looks pretty good. Alright, well, I think we can do it. Gaston will throw it upside down. Wish me luck. Voila. I can't believe it. It worked. Incredible. There we are. Well, thank you very much. This is the end of video number 5. And Goodbye.